Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Dr. Jason Piken again. Welcome back to the Digestion Diaries. Today what we're going to be talking about is the difference between food sensitivities and food allergies. And I'm going to use mine as an example of what's going on. So first of all, there is a difference between a real true food allergy and a sensitivity. To really make it simple, it's all based upon how the immune system sets up to recognize the problem with the food. So an allergy would be that the immune system has tagged that substance, whether it's gluten or carrots or peas or broccoli or whatever it is, it has tagged it with an IgE antibody. An antibody is like a mark that's set out and floating around looking for a substance. So your body is filled with these white blood cells, or immunoglobulins, sorry to say. Our body is filled with these immunoglobulins that are like sentinels searching for this one product. And if it's an IgE antibody, sentinel, then you will have an allergic reaction, a true allergy to that substance. You can also have an immunoglobulin G, IgG antibody, and these aren't true allergies, these are food sensitivities. Now there are IgAs and IgMs, but we're just going to stick with the G's and the E's. All right, so just remember that E's are the allergies, and these are the things that a lot of people that have digestive problems already know they have a problem with. You eat something and you feel bad right away, or within a few hours, or your lips blow up, you get a tingle in the back of your stomach feels awful. And these things tend to happen really soon after exposure. What an IgG is very often more subtle. It doesn't have to happen right away. It's those foods that you're sensitive to sometimes and not others. It all depends on, what type of day it was. Like my wife can eat an eggplant on some days and not an eggplant on some other days. And we all have these things where we've especially been trying to figure out which foods are bothering us and not. Well, you can do a blood test for food sensitivities, the IgGs. And I just got mine back. And in general, I was really surprised about one specific thing. Cauliflower. I mean, I eat cauliflower all the time. I have never felt bad eating cauliflower, but it's one of my moderate reactions. So what happens is, if you eat a food that you're sensitive to or allergic to, what happens is an immune response. The body actually has to react. It creates this chemical onslaught of just basically a white blood cell upregulation, where your immune system is active, and what that basically causes is more inflammation in your body. Will you necessarily feel that in your digestive tract? Not necessarily. It can cause brain fog, fatigue, skin problems. It can literally cause no symptoms that you can feel because it could be a mild reaction. But when you're looking to heal the gut, you can't just stay away from the things that you're allergic to. You also want to look into those food sensitivities. So in New York, as a practitioner here, I am somewhat limited because New York does not recognize these IgG sensitivity tests. So what have I been doing for many, many years because of that limitation is I've been taking people through elimination programs. I say this all the time to my patients and throughout this program. I use AI Paleo, which stands for Autoimmune Paleo, as a base program because I think it's a great program to do a food experiment and figure out how foods are relating to you, what your relationship is with different foods, because we start off with a very restricted diet, and then we slowly, after a while, after you're especially feeling good on this restrictive diet, we add back in and broaden the amount of foods you're allowed to, always cutting back if something reacts to us. And we do these food experiments, and it really gives you a pretty good idea about what's right and wrong for you. So I've done this. I understand exactly what foods bother me and what don't, but I was surprised about the cauliflower. And this is really why I wanted to do an entry today, because even if you feel like you're really in tune with your body and understanding exactly how foods affect you, you could always be surprised, and that's why lab testing is a great thing to throw in. But if you're limited by finances, you can do an AI Paleo program as an experiment. And if you want to do this AI paleo program first, you can then do a food sensitivity panel, and you'll probably see that the results after doing that are probably a lot more minimal than if you would have done the test before. So these are my rants about food sensitivities and food allergies. Keep in tune for a lot more. We're going to be explaining a lot more. And please send me your questions. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to find out what you want to learn about. Okay, so signing off. Have a great day.